Alright, I'm gonna start from the beginning. The fucking Hagrid bitch ass, fucking like, Hagrid bitch ass, like, I don't know what the fuck happened, he might have abducted me. Fucking he took me to the wand place. The fucking wand guy, is his name? I don't fucking remember.
Hey Siri. Who is the guy that gives wands in Harry Potter?
Okay, I found this on the web for who is the guy that gives wine in Harry Potter.
Windy Spell, Ventus, doesn't say anything.
Wait, who? Alright, I'm gonna look up, alright, that wand fucker in Harry Potter.
Harry Hotter? Hotter Harry?
Oh god.
Frickin' Harry Potter aged up and frickin' handsome.
Ah, great, Mr. Ollivander. Yeah, that's fucking good. So yeah, I go to Ollivander's shop. He's like, what do you need? And I said, I need a wand.
Shop?
What? What the fuck?
Hold up, you said he has a shop?
Yeah, he has a shop.
Well, I didn't know.
You think he was just selling selling wands illegally? You fucking wank.
No, I thought they freaking gave them to him and like he'd freaking, or like he'd make them and then freaking give them to him later. Yeah.
Are you there?
Yeah, I am.
Getting, like, fucking
yeah, no.
weird.
Dad's in the room.
Alright, so fucking Ollivander is like, alright, I'll get you a wand. He comes out with a wand. It was kinda small. I hold it. I channel my magic dildo or whatever. No, like...
Swear...
I channel my magic...
A switch and flick.
Yeah. I channel my fucking magic or whatever into it, the power of friendship, and it fucking starts sparking, and then it catches fire, and then it burns. He's like, oh, okay, guess that's not it. And then he comes in with another one. Well, no, then he says, oh, that's not it. Yeah,
oh, that's not it.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
I'll be right back in it.
And then he gets me another one. Looks kinda normal. I'm like, okay, cool, this is probably the one. And so, I fucking point it at a wall, the fucking wall blows up with this, oh dear. That doesn't seem to be the one.
Oh dear, R2. Oh dear.
Alright, then he what?
I'm back.
Alright, then he goes into the back again. He comes out with the chicken leg.
The drumstick.
He comes out with a drumstick, and I say, what is this? And I say, what is this? And he said, just try it. I know it's unorthodox, but it might work.
Just try it. Listen, freaking 10-year-old kid. Just do it.
Just try it. And I try
There'll
it.
be no legal repercussions.
And the intensity, and I fucking, channel the power of my soul's fucking Ignis Wraith, and fucking, almost set the entire shop on fire with the amount of flames that are being spewed. He's like, alright, that's not it.
Alright, that's not it. The freaking places that's, on fire, the freaking signs are falling off.
I burned, something down. I might have burned, a shelf down or something.
well, if you burnt the shelf, wouldn't it burn down the whole thing? What's the place made of? Again, I have
he's a magic fucker. He can do magic, too. He fucking,
I know.
He might have, could probably start fucking waterbending or some shit.
Freaking waterbending in Harry Potter, yes.
Fucking Garrett Ollivander was secretly the Avatar the whole time.
No, it'd be freaking Harry, am I right?
Oh my god.
Freaking uniting all the houses, freaking Dumbledore's army or whatever it was.
Alright, so yeah, then he's he eventually realized that the drumstick is not a good idea. So he goes back in, and
No. You're too young for that. You have to get a bit older. You have to freaking learn how to control your power.
Oh my god. No, he's just like, no. No. Then he takes the drumstick and I'm like, okay, I could have eaten that, but alright. And then,
what would have happened if you would have, like, taken a bite out of it?
Finally, he like, fucking, I hear some rummaging. Like, he's really looking for something.
just freaking, where the frick is it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Yeah, I hear some rummaging. And then the door opens, and then he says, well, I couldn't find anything, but I found this Smith & Wesson's revolver. That ought to do it, shouldn't it?
That ought to do it. Let me just give a gun to a kid, eh?
Do it. And I'm like, okay. And like,
Charles Fred London.
And I point it around. I test the trigger a couple of times because it's not loaded yet. And I'm like, all right, this feels pretty good. And he's like, what's your name, lad? And I tell him my name, and he engraves my name on the gun and loads it with. And he
heard about bullets with your names on it? Nah, let me get a gun with my name on it.
Yeah, he fucking like uses his horn to engrave my name onto the fucking revolver. Then he loads the revolver with. He fucking he gets the cylinder, loads it with 8 bullets.
Is that how much it's supposed to hold?
And then he says that'll be 5 galleons. And I said okay, and then I pay him.
And is that like an easy thing to pay for in the Harry Potter universe?
Galleons are like fucking. Galleons.
No pence, no pounds. Just a couple galleons. What would happen if you freaking took a bite out of the drumstick and then used it? The immense power stored inside would just be overflowing out.
Alright.
Am I right?
1 galleon converts to... 1 galleon is $7.
So freaking $35 for a gun?
Yeah.
Bought by a kid. Given to a kid, no less.
Oh god.
Anyways, continue on.
And then I leave the store and he's like, have a nice day, and I'm like, thanks, you too.
They freaking go off to Hogwarts or whatever, right? With your gun.
Alright, and then...
That's what happened if Harry Potter was set in America, again, like freaking Harry Potter, but with guns. All wands are guns.
Yeah. And then I get on the train to go to Hogwarts, pretty uneventful. I'm just like fucking... Yeah, I sat on the train. Then I get out of the train. And then,
Anything happened in the train?
Not really. I mean, I looked at my gun a little bit. I'm like, damn.
Inspecting
cool
it.
Shit.
Inspecting gun. Holding the frickin' reload button, be like.
God.
Because that's how you do it in COD.
I remember practicing, like, unloading the revolver, like, when there's still bullets in it. Because if you didn't know, fucking unloading a revolver is terrifying. Hello?
Alright, I'm back. Continue.
Yeah, I practiced unloading it a couple times. This doesn't really have anything to do with it, but if you didn't know, unloading a revolver, a single action revolver, is scary as fuck.
Why?
Alright, you gotta... So, revolvers don't have any safeties. So, you've gotta take the hammer, pull it back a little bit, then you've gotta pull the trigger fully, and then and then it goes right, it shouldn't fire.
The hell?
And then you've got to pull the hammer again, and then you can pull the cylinder out.
What?
It's scary.
Why the hell is it like that?
I don't know.
Just freaking let me just like cock the freaking hammer back a tiny bit and then pull the trigger fully.
Well, no, you do it at the same time.
Alright then.
And you're also holding the hammer, so if you got it, so like, I mean, you might lose a finger if the hammer fires.
Alright, let me keep going.
Alright, so yeah, and then the train ride's over, I'm like, okay, I feel like I can use this.
Just freaking, like, reloading a revolver in the middle of a train.
I was practicing, I didn't want to actually accidentally fucking shoot myself.
Anyways, keep going.
Really suck. Alright, so then I get off the train,
and then,
the fucking professor comes by, and he says, "All first years, please go to the main hall to get sorted," and I'm like, alright then.
And then, of course, you get Slytherin.
I go into the main hall, I watch some dumb fucks get into Hufflepuff.
What would I be then?
Like,
what would I be?
You'd be a dirty Hufflepuff.
10 points to Gryffindor. Anyways.
So I'm like, and then this is really fucking weird. It scared the hell out of me.
Alright.
The stream was like a two-parter, by the way, so like, this part I woke up from, and you're gonna see why.
You were left on a freaking cliffhanger?
No,
oh my god.
Almost, kind of. I was just like, what the fuck was that? Why did I have a gun? I'm going back to that. Alright, so, alright, but this is why I woke up suddenly, alright? It was my turn to get sorted. So, like, they were like, LeBlanc Samuel. I was like, alright, I guess that's me. And, fucking, big-ass, fucking, whoever the fuck, puts the hat on my head, and the hat thinks for a minute, and then it fucking screams, Slytherin!
You're going to Slytherin!
That fucking wakes me up, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's this freaking gremlin face hat. Just freaking jump scares you. Five Nights at Harry Potter's like style.
Takes a swig of vodka, takes a fucking swig of whiskey. He's like, Slytherin!
Did it actually do that or no?
No.
Alright. What were you referencing?
Alright.
What were you referencing when you said that?
I go back to sleep, and then I wake up in the Slytherin common room, and I'm like, they fucking drugged me? Oh wait, I'm here again.
When you forget that Harry Potter isn't real. Well. Keep going.
And then this bitch walks up to me, and she's like, "You're a mudblood, aren't you?" I'm like, what the fuck?
You're what?
You're a mudblood, aren't you?
What is that?
You know what muggles are?
No.
Muggles are basically us, people who aren't wizards. And a mudblood is someone who is born from two muggles, and is still a wizard.
Alright. Yeah, again, remember, I know basically nothing about Harry Potter.
She's like, "You're a mudblood, aren't you?" I'm like, what the fuck? And she's like, "You're a mudblood," and I'm like, what the fuck are you on? And she's like, "You're a mudblood," and I'm like, yeah, I guess, so? And she's like, "Mudbloods aren't allowed in Slytherin," and I'm like, okay. And she said, "You ought to go fuck yourself," and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
You said what? You ought to go flick yourself in it.
She's like, you ought to go fuck yourself. And I'm like, what?
You ought to go frick yourself in it. Just shag yourself somewhere else.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what the fuck what the fuck are you doing? And she like fucking pulls out her wand, so I'm like, oh shit, it's time to wizard.
It's time to wizard with a gun.
I'm like, oh shit, so I fucking like my fucking like hand reaches down. I fucking got a holster out of nowhere, by the way.
Just freaking materializes. Emperor!
No, like, I fucking, like, after the Sorting Hat screamed, like, before the Sorting Hat fucking, like, screamed bloody murder, Slytherin, like, I didn't have a holster. I don't think I had a holster. That fucking bitch-ass Ollivander might have fucking snuck one on me, little cunt.
As he was freaking dragging your unconscious body to the freaking Slytherin ring.
No, the fucking one guy, he fucking, like...
Yeah, I know. He freaking got in there, yo, let me take this kid to freaking Slytherin.
So, yeah, alright, as I was saying, she said, you ought to go fuck yourself, and I said,
just
what?
magical holster on.
And then she pulls out her wand, and she starts chanting a spell, I don't know which one. I like fucking, I have my fast straw, I fucking pull it out, point it at her,
Expelliarmus!
I'm like, Expelliarmus! Fucking, and bam! Fucking shoot her in the head.
Expelliarmus, bang!
Fucking, oh yeah, now I remember, fucking Snape comes in, he's like, Mr. LeBlanc, minus 10 points for Slytherin.
Minus 10 points Slytherin, 10 points to Gryffindor.
No, he's looking at me disappointed, like he didn't want to do it, but he just saw me like fucking shoot a bitch in like fucking in the middle of the fucking common.
Say again. The cat freaking clawed at my door.
Like he didn't look like he wanted to do it because he's like the Slytherin dude. He likes Slytherin. But like, I think he had to do it because he saw me fucking like shoot a bitch in like the middle of the common.
just freaking casually shrugs off murder, be like
fucking like 10 minus 10 points for Slytherin, and then fucking one of the other Slytherins.
And how many points can bloody hell in it? and like how many and like what is like point deductions when it comes to Harry Potter and all that?
You talk out of turn, point deduction. You don't raise your hand, point deduction. Like you fucking do some stupid shit, it's point deduction. And if you're in class with Snape and you happen to be Gryffindor, minus point deduction for anything wrong that you do ever.
Minus 10 points to Gryffindor. but like, how many points are deducted for like each thing?
Fucking usually like 5 for like talking out of turn and 10 for like a minor infraction. Major infractions like 50 and like detention.
Was a detention.
So Snape considered my shooting the bitch a minor infraction, I assume.
No detention. Minus 10
Carry
points.
On with your day, Mr. LeBlanc.
Carry on with your day. Please take care of the body.
And then one of the other Slytherins is like, bloody hell!
Bloody hell, innit?
And then one of the other ones, like, the fucking, like, one of the third-year Slytherins starts telling me off for making us lose points. I'm like, sorry, won't happen again.
None of them are just freaking, like, concerned about the death of a colleague.
And I remember this clearly, like, one of the 7th years, the Hogwarts goes from, like, 1 year to, like, I'm pretty sure 7th is the final year. So, like, this fucking college dude comes up, and, like, he's like, clean up your mess, man. I'm like, yes, sir.
Clean up your mess. Get the blood off the carpet.
he's like, fucking, like, make it disappear, some shit, and I'm like, I can't, I have a gun, not a wand.
Disappear. No, what you have to do is you just have to freaking keep firing until all the matter is just, like, torn to pieces. Granted, you'll have a big stain. Yeah.
Right,
keep going.
Fucking classes started. And then I think it was with Snape. He said today was, oh god. And he said today we are going to learn how to do the unlocking spell.
We will do the lock picking spell.
Oh yes, that one.
Alright, and then what did you say?
Like, I didn't say anything. He's like, everybody chant. What's the fucking lock pick? I don't know if it was even I had it correct in my dream. Everybody, like, some people opened the lock, some people didn't, and when it came for my turn, I was like, alright, I just like, pointed at the lock. I just pointed at the lock. And he's like, yes, Mr. LeBlanc.
you just point it. You just point it, don't chant, just freaking point it and press fire.
And I'm like...
Press the fire button on the gun.
Whatever, no, I fucking, like, I chanted it. I was like, alright, what's the lock-picking spell? Wait, I got this.
Alright. Keep going.
I fucking took my...
Your gun.
It was fucking... What the fuck is... That's not the lock-picking spell. Oh, the unlocking charm. Aloe vera. No, it's...
Aloe vera?
It's fucking Aloha Mora. I said that, I think. I said Aloha Mora, and I fucking shot the lock 3 times. And he's like... And he's like...
4 down. 4 to go.
And Snape was like, very good lock picking, Mr. LeBlanc. 10 points to Slytherin. I'm like, thank you.
So like, at this point, the freaking death of legit a student, like, were they like a first year too or something?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
So just the death of, like, a freaking 10-year-old child goes, like, unnoticed. We'll just sweep them under the rug. We'll blame it on the Gryffindorians.
What the fuck?
Keep going.
Then it was fucking... It was time for, like, fucking Quidditch, I think. And, like, the bitch was
Quidditch.
Like...
Just shoot people.
Like, you're gonna learn how to ride brooms. And I was like, yay, cool. So I got on my broom, we started flying, and he was like, alright, to do a practice game. So we started doing a practice game. Some dude caught the ball, and he was like, oh, you bloody wanker, what the fuck you doing? And I didn't like that. So I pulled out my revolver.
And opened fire in front of a huge crowd.
I fucking fired the last... I missed all 4 of my shots.
I shot, and I missed. I shot, and I missed. I shot, I missed again. I had a popsicle.
Bang, bang, bang. And I fucking, they all missed them. And then I was like, alright, fucking...
-5 points to Slytherin.
Wait, one sec.
-5 points for attempted murder.
Alright, so, what the fuck?
Keep going, I'm gonna mute my mic after I say everything.
Alright, so, I go to line up my 5th shot. And then my gun clicks but doesn't fire. I'm like, what the fuck? I open the cylinder.
Jammed!
I see that there are no shots left. I'm like, what the fuck? That fucker scammed me.
And you said that out loud?
No, I thought to myself, that fucker scammed me.
Just freaking pistol whip him.
So I said, alright, you want to bloody go where I'm on? Come on, we'll go on the ground, fucking.
What I want? Oh, come on.
He was like, okay. So then we
Just go in
first
it.
got on the ground and beat the shit out of each other.
If it freaking flew, just freaking hit him with your broom, with your flying broom.
No, I fucking punched the shit out of him.
And was that where it ended?
Not quite.
What house was he?
I think he was fucking a filthy Ravenclaw.
Alright, keep
and
going.
Then we all went. Then the fucking rest of the periods ended, or the fucking classes, whatever. And then fucking Dumble Dick gave a speech, and he's like, then he was like, alright, have a good night, said Dumbledore calmly.
I have to go with my frickin' gremlin at Diagon Alley in the bank.
And then he said, alright, have a good school, yeah, and then he's like, go to bed!
Go to bed, all of you. When you got home, was he there? Just telling you to go to bed?
No, we thought they were doing.
Oh. So he just freaking said, go to bed after all of that.
Yeah, so I went to the fucking Slytherin common room, and then I fucking checked my revolver, and I said, I'm gonna fucking cause a holdup at fucking Ollivander's shop tomorrow.
You said that out loud in front of everybody?
No, I was like thinking about it. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking start a holdup at Ollivander's. He's gonna give me my fucking ammo racks.
Magic ammo that you can control.
And then I fucking went to bed, and that's where the dream ended.
Dang.
I went to bed and then I woke up, and it was a really weird feeling. I was like, what the fuck just happened?
Yo, legit, I hope you could freaking, like, continue it tonight.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not gonna be able to.
Yeah.
I, like, store up all my creative juices for, like, 1 month, like, once a month a dream.
So I guess we'll have to wait another month for the next part, the manga, to come out.
Fucking the hole up at Ollivander's.
Oh, I can't wait to see how it happens. So, is you gonna ready up?
Maybe. Did you get all that down?
Yep.
Oh my god, I wanna...
You're gonna love it. Alright, freaking stream.